Hello and welcome to the Now Spinning Magazine podcast with me, Phil Aston. And on this episode, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome back Aaron Bond from When Rivers Meet. Grace might join us later on, or she may not, but it's great, Aaron, to have you here. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's brilliant. Now, since I last spoke to you, a lot has happened and it's all good. And especially the fact you had a top 10 album with Aces Are High. I mean, I've got to ask, how did that feel?
To be honest, it's so surreal. It really is. It's amazing. I can't honestly describe it in words. It's just a really warm, fuzzy feeling that, people like our music so much so that we got into the charts and to get a top 10 is just like, wow, it's just amazing. It really is.
It is because you did this on your own, didn't you? There's no major Sony label sitting behind you. There's no massive team of 12 people doing all your social media. It's you two, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all us. I mean, we have a little team of our people. I've got my best mate. He's involved in different things, aspects and stuff. And yeah, so I mean, it's just really cool. We don't have a label. We have been offered deals, quite good ones, and we're just from big labels, and we all the time we're just like, no, we just do it ourselves, I think. And I think one of the things that we really like is having the control over what we do, music wise, well, everything actually, but especially musically, because we did have a bit of a horror story, and you probably heard them yourself. A friend of ours, she's with a label, and she recorded an album. It was brilliant, really, really good. It was so authentic. Took it to the label. They hated it. Told her to go and do it again. It's like, no, so yeah.
Because that obviously, if that happens to you as a musician, it's going to affect your confidence, isn't it? It's going to affect how you apply yourself to your art. I mean, because when you write a song, it's like they're like little children. So it's like someone criticizing your child by saying, don't like the way that your son looks. And you go away and think, I don't know what to do now. So, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. The other thing, of course, that happened, and I could see from both of your faces when you went to the Brits.
We did. Yeah, that was phenomenal. I mean, just to be on the radar of like those people, in the great British music industry, we didn't think anybody would know who we were at all. It wasn't, like I say, it wasn't even on our radar, the Brits. And like to actually, like I say, to be on that radar, wow, that's pretty amazing. Really cool.
It is, isn't it? Because I mean, I subscribe to Music Week, and it's all about publishers, labels, management companies, and sync companies all patting each other on the back and everything. And it's all big corporate stuff. And there's you guys who just sail in, as you say, thinking you're under the radar, but you're obviously on the radar, But I think, well done. I mean, it's a phenomenal album. But you've also got, it's not a secret weapon because it's out there in the open, is your community of fans. They're just there, aren't they? They're just there all the time supporting you.
Yeah, we've got some tremendous support. We really have. And, we wouldn't be able to do it without them. There's absolutely no two ways about that, and we're very humble. And, the fact that, again, like I say, that people really believe in us and love our music, that means everything to us.
It's fantastic. Now, the latest album, Aces Are High, get it, everybody, buy one, is great album. And I know that, I mean, when you started, you were classed as, blues rock band, etc. I mean, you are, but you're a contemporary modern blues. There's PJ Harvey in there, there's Raw Blood, there's a bit of Zeppelin, but there's all sorts of things hiding amongst it. And I mean, also to me, because I play guitar as well, there's some Jeff Beck, especially the albums, which is You Had It Coming and Jeff from 2001, 2003, the guitar sound, especially on Infected. Is Jeff Beck someone you listen to by any chance?
Yeah. I mean, Jeff Beck, he's absolute superstar, isn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
just amazing. And there's so many influences, like you say, and we've all got our influences, and we always were very keen on being able to portray as well as we could all the influences that we do have and that we love, and from genres like you say, from like blues and Americana, rock music, all those influences that we've listened to and fell in love with throughout the years are all in there for sure. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for noticing that. That's awesome.
That's fine. But actually, although I'm mentioning like PJ Harvey and Raw Blood, etc., it's 100% When Rivers Meet now. I think you're at this stage where you're completely yourselves. The other thing my wife Sue said when we were playing the album yesterday is that if there's going to be a new series of Peaky Blinders, your music would just go so well. You need to talk to the sync people, whoever's behind that.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Got a contact? Just let us know.
Because it works so well. The other thing I love about your music is that the song structure. This is why I think you've come away in a very natural way from the kind of traditional blues rock stuff, is that you don't have like the traditional solo spot. It's almost as if the song rides the train. The song just develops and weaves in and out of where it needs to be without you noticing. There's not like, oh, it must be the time for the guitar solo now. I mean, your song structures are quite unique in that respect.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is something that we deliberately do, to be fair, because it is about the song.
Yeah.
It's about the story of the song and the feeling that it brings you. And I'm not saying it would never happen, but it's never seemed right to have like guitar solos in there. Grace does have the odd solo on mandolin and violin throughout all the stuff that we've ever done. So it just feels right to us, and it's nice that it's different as well. Yeah.
You've got because I've noticed you've made about, I think it's 5 videos from the new album already, and I noticed you playing Gibson and Telecaster on a couple of them. I mean, that's a beast of a sound you get out of a Telecaster.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, yeah. And you can thank our producer for that. He's phenomenal. His ear is amazing. We go in there with songs and we say, right, we want this and we want that and that kind of feeling and this kind of feeling. And then he's so like in sync with us now. It took a little while, with the first EPs, and it's gradually become what it is now. And yeah, we're just like we're like a 3-piece jigsaw now. So it's really cool.
Yeah, because it's massive sound, isn't it? I mean, the drums, they're like mountains. They're just like, it's just huge and right in your face, isn't it?
Yeah.
One song I want to land on, which is a little bit different, and it's the kind of like the focal point of the ballad is Golden, which is going to be your first vinyl single, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it comes out on the 12th.
On the 12th. And it's a great video. You obviously filmed it. Where did you film that? It looks like a stately home somewhere. It
was a stately home up in Norfolk. Hockwold Hall. And yeah, it was just amazing. We luckily we knew someone that was kind of connected to the place, and they said we could go there and film the video for nothing, basically, which was amazing. It was like, oh yeah, definitely. And we actually got to stay there for the night as well. So that was really, really good. Yeah, we're very privileged for that, for sure.
Now, I mean, lyrically, it's a beautiful song. It's full of kind of heartfelt angst, and watching you in the video. It's obviously about 2 people who are falling apart and separating. Without the video, lyrically, you could imagine it's about someone who's passed away. It could be about someone you've lost in your life. But going back to how much your fans are connected to you, and the fact that you're a married couple, you obviously love each other, totally, is that people were genuinely worried that the lyrical content of this was like, is something wrong?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can absolutely guarantee there's nothing wrong. Yeah.
No, it is a superb song. You've had obviously top 10 album, and for some bands that would be like, oh my God, how are we going to follow that? Have you had a bit of nerves around it, or have you dived in for what's going to happen next?
Yeah, no, we're diving into the next one. Sure, yeah. I think it's one of those things. It's like, it's amazing and it's phenomenal to just, be in the charts, be in the top 10. Oh my God, But I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's amazing. Right. Next, let's go on to the next one and then see what we do with that. I do know that the next album will be taking a slightly different direction as well. So who knows?
Interesting. The other thing is everything you do is kind of like heartfelt. I mean, you're doing a fundraiser concert, aren't you, as well, on the 30th of June?
Yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit about that? Because people can get involved in that as well, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely. A very good friend of ours has had some really bad news. He's an amazing guitarist. He plays in Catfish. He is Matt Long, the lead guitarist and vocalist. And like I say, he's had some really bad news, and we're fundraising for him to get the medication and treatment for him to be able to hopefully see it through, and the medication that he needs has to come from America. And unfortunately, it's very, very costly. So not just us, there's so many people out there that, just want to help. And so we're doing a gig at the Stables, or we're part of a charity gig at the Stables in Milton Keynes on the 30th of June to raise even more funds for his ongoing treatment. So, yeah.
Well, that's a fantastic thing to be involved in. Brilliant. So I'll put the link in the bottom of the video for people if they want to find out more about that. When you say you've got a team of people that you kind of work with, are those? Do you use the same people that do your videos? Because your videos are very consistent and very stylized. Is that the same team that work with you?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a videographer. He's also a graphic designer as well. He's a good friend of ours, Terry from One Big Idea. He films the videos and also edits them. But also he helps us with our t-shirt designs and things. We go to him. We've got these ideas, little drawings and stuff like that. Can we see what we come up with? On the graphics side of things. And so he does a lot of things for us. Also, the albums, the album covers, all the artwork that's on the albums, he does all that as well. So he's amazing. So he's part of our team.
Brilliant, because you've got a new T-shirt designed for the forthcoming tour, haven't you? And that's by him as well. Yes,
that's right. Yeah. We were over there 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. We go around to his. Basically, we sit there around the computer, give him our ideas and little drawings and things like that, and then he manages to make it happen. So it's really cool.
Fantastic. Now, the other thing that you've got coming up before the tour is a double live album available on CD and vinyl itself. This is from your tour from 2023, isn't it? And I mean, this looks amazing. It's out on 19th of April, if I've got that right. Did you find it difficult to pick the tracks, or was your set list quite static? But when you were recording the album,
we did. I mean, this is a live album from the tour from last year, the Break for a Change tour, and we just wanted to put on there as many songs as we could, basically. So that's kind of like what sort of kind of our judgment to how many songs to put on there. We just want to put everything on there, really. There's a deep.
So it's that, because that's your second live album, isn't it? But this one, obviously, a full double live album. I mean, it looks amazing. It comes out on, as I say, vinyl and CD. Are there different formats, or coloured vinyl or autographed copies going to be available?
No, it's just a single double vinyl. So it's black. It comes on CD, but there's DVD as well. So be there and feel not just sound, but visually. Yeah,
be there as well.
Yeah, it's great.
And then you're on tour. I think there's 8 dates before you've got some festival dates later in the year. So the tour kicks off in Southampton. So this is your headline tour, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're very excited to play some new venues as well, like the Brook in Southampton. We've not played there before. We've got St Luke's in Glasgow, Epic Studios in Norwich. So there's some really cool new venues for us. So we're very, I'm very much so looking forward to that.
So you got there's obviously the live album come out and it's kind of retrospective, looking back at 2023, and that's obviously that'll be the latest thing out. I mean, and you've got this fantastic new album to push as well. You've got 5 videos already from this album. How are you going to pick what tracks to leave off?
Oh, on the tour?
Yeah. I mean,
on the tour, we're playing all of them on the tour.
You're playing all of it?
Oh, yes, yeah. Absolutely. We're playing the whole of the album on tour, but also we're going to be playing some songs from our previous albums and EPs that we've never played out live before. So it's really given us an opportunity to not just get excited by the new music that we're going to be playing, but to be able to perform it as well. Yeah, it's just going to be great.
Have you? I mean, which off the album itself, are there any particular tracks where you just they lean into? Well, you're obviously playing the whole thing live.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say is that there's always some tracks that almost like are born for the stage. Are there someone here? I mean, obviously the title track, and if I keep looking at it, 5 minutes until midnight, I could anything. Perfect Strange. They all are, don't they? But is there any that you really, from your perspective as a guitarist, you think, oh, I can't wait to play that one?
Oh, yeah, I think, 5 minutes to midnight. I think the very last one. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing that. So
it's epic, isn't it? And I think with your ballad Golden, you'll have lots of people singing along probably, and with tears in their eyes when you get to that one. And that's a good point, actually. I mean, although you're going to play the whole album, are you going to play in the order it is, or is it going to be synced in a different order?
Yeah, I think at the moment, because we're going into rehearsals next week, so this is a decision that we've kind of made so far that we're going to split everything up. But who knows? Because come next week, that might all change.
Yeah, fantastic. And of course, you're working on a new album, which is you said hinted at might be slightly different than what's gone before. Traditionally, bands kind of tryouts used to, against before the internet. They would go out and try something out in some obscure venue somewhere in the Outer Hebrides because no one would know, and see how it went down. You can't really do that nowadays because everyone will be sharing it by the time you've got back to the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's got their own phone and cameras and all sorts.
Yeah. And the other question I wanted to ask is, because you are so on it, in that you're always there, whatever's going on, you seem to be, you're on social media, you're sharing everything. Whereas again, in the old days before the internet, people used to just show what was going, that was really good. I mean, recently you were in A&E. I mean, great to see that you're fully better now, but you shared that. And everybody obviously was very concerned, etc. How do you and Grace switch off to recharge your batteries? And do you really switch off? Or even when you've gone somewhere else to have a time where do you have the urge to think, we could share this on Facebook?
One of those things that I don't think we'd ever do, actually switch off. Even though if we are relaxing or something, we always have this guilt that we should be doing something, And so, it's just one of those things. It's a lifestyle. It's not, I wouldn't class it as anything else but that. And that's one of the great things about like the modern day music, because it can be, it is 24/7 if you want it to be. And I think we do. So that's the way we live.
Yeah, that's how you came across when I spoke to you both last time. And I think that although we talked last time about how what you've done is the perfect inspiration and model for new musicians and bands to be inspired by, to say, look, you can do this without going down the traditional route. But even that wouldn't necessarily work, because what you both have is you're just persistent, aren't you? You're just, you just keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be. I don't think anything would ever, sort of like stop us, to be honest. As long as we keep loving what we do, and that's one of the things, isn't it? You want to love what you do. And if you can love what you do, why wouldn't you do it? So you just carry on doing it all the time. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Aaron, for joining me. And Aces Are High is out. Is it still available on vinyl, or are they all gone? Have you still got some left?
Oh, no, there's loads left on vinyl for sure. Yeah, definitely. That will never end.
That will never end. So it's whenriversmeet.co.uk. You can go and buy all sorts of merch there, and vinyl and CD, plus a new live album that's out soon. And all the tour dates are on there as well. So make sure you catch the band. But I just want to wish both of you the best of luck, and I should continue to see what you're up to, and hopefully we'll talk again in the future. But thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, and great tour.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
A huge thank you to my guest, Aaron Bond from When Rivers Meet. They're a fantastic band. Aces Are High is their latest album, made the top 10 in the UK album chart. It's absolutely superb. Really modern take on blues and rock music. They're a great couple. They're just so enthusiastic. And as Aaron says, it's a complete lifestyle thing for them. The fan base is so much behind them. It's a fully Uber community that kind of supports them. If you go to their Facebook page, I think they've got about 130,000 followers. The website shares everything that's going on in their lives, all the background stuff about how they pull the music together, everything. Just absolutely superb musicians and great music. There's a live album out called Breaker of Chains, which you can get as a signed double vinyl album as well. That's out on the 19th of April. The tour kicks off on April the 27th, 2024 at the Brookings, Southampton. There are 8 dates, and then they're doing a series of festival dates towards the end of the year. Go to whenriversmeet.co.uk for all the merch you could possibly think of. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe to the podcast, to the YouTube channel. Visit the website, nowspinning.co.uk. You can see us on Threads, X, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. You name it, we're there. And become a patron if you want to support us a bit further, or a YouTube member. Remember, music is the healer and the doctor. So keep spinning those discs, and I shall see you all very, very soon.